If I would ask you to think of a good Bedrock server, you'd typically think of Hive, CubeCraft, or God forbid Pixel Paradise. But rarely do servers like Hyperland's, Nethergames, or Zeqa get mentioned in the same conversation. Now, Zeqa is a bit of an exception because of how popular it's becoming, but I bet when I said Nethergames or Hyperland's, you probably had a negative reaction. Saying that you play either of these servers instantly puts you on the FBI's most wanted list and removes you from the Billboard Hot 100. Not that you were ever on there to begin with. You get the point, neither of these servers are popular outside of their own player base. But why is that? In today's video, I want to explain how servers like Nethergames got here and why it's now stuck. This is the Nethergames paradox.
Today we'll be discussing the dark side of Nethergames.
This has to be the worst server in Minecraft Pocket Edition.
I've said it before and I'll say it again, both Nethergames and Hyperlands are basically Hypixel ripoffs. Seriously, some of these servers literally just world download Hypixel maps, recreate their UI, and pull crazy amounts of players.
Nethergames, probably one of the most popular Minecraft Bedrock servers, and today I will be exposing them.
But like, chat, look like right above me right here. I mean, this is Hypixel's UI. That's what it is.
Now, there's a small chance you live under the rock in my backyard, and this is the first time you've heard of Nethergames. In which case, allow me to give you an introduction. Nethergames is an MCPE server that focuses on having minigames that are similar to Hypixel, such as Bed Wars, Skywars, or Duels. They often reuse content such as rank perks or cosmetics to keep the experience as close to Hypixel as possible, which categorically makes them copycats. However, they have been successful copycats. Not that it matters, but it sounds better. Nethergames isn't the only copycat, but it's been the most successful option for players who wanted to have the Hypixel experience on Bedrock, which, yes, is the reason why Nethergames has had the attention it has. So your typical Bedrock player usually starts searching for Hypixelish servers because they found out too late that there's two different Minecraft versions and that Hypixel is on Java, not on Bedrock. I speak from experience. If you just found that out from this video, then I wish you the best of luck in your coming weeks of grieving and mourning. So the first reason why players don't play Nethergames is because it's a server that at its core is basically a copy of Hypixel and thus gets attention from players that specifically want that. While playing on a server that copies and plagiarizes can be a bad look, I don't think it justifies being on the FBI's most wanted. Or does it? Well, sort of. The communities that make fun of servers like Nethergames usually are those of big servers, which means they probably haven't tried Nethergames more than once or twice, and they don't have any real criticisms. But because they still need to justify playing Hive, they end up saying how it's a copy of Hypixel. This specifically is a problem with a lot of Hive content creators, and it drives a narrative that playing Nethergames is supporting a thief, basically. Those content creators think that what the server needs is some more creative and unique server design. Now, there are very valid reasons for why not to play Nethergames, but it being a Hypixel copy is not one that you can have a constructive discussion about. After all, the only reason the server is popular to begin with is because players play it for that exact reason. Now, the sharp viewer has probably already noticed the paradox. The influencers that can control public opinion think Nethergames should steer into a more creative and original direction, and just kill the entire player base in the process. This is the Nethergames paradox. Nethergames and Hyperlands, another copycat server, are doomed because of that, and probably won't ever grow out of the bubble they currently sit in. If either server tries something too unique like changing the design and name of a game mode like Bed Wars to, say, Couch Wars, a decent chunk of players would leave the server. This is a valid assumption I can make because that's exactly what happened 2 years ago when Nethergames switched out all of their Hypixel maps for original ones. Now, the few players from other servers and communities that tried the change said it was a good one since stealing Hypixel maps was bad, but they had no intention of staying because the server still wasn't original enough, while the players that actually played the server hated the change. To this day, I don't know a single event that made more people quit Nethergames than the map update. It's so infamous that I still get comments about how the old Hypixel maps were better 2 years after the fact. If you need more evidence, just look at all the original game modes that Nethergames has tried to add unsuccessfully. Soccer, Conquest, and Mama Says are a few of the many original game modes that Nethergames has tried to add, but nobody plays it. Hyperlands has had a similar struggle as it also tried to shift away from Hypixel to try and please those criticizing its originality, but it's not working, and it won't work. I myself have fallen into the trap of criticizing something just for the sake of not looking stupid. It's led me to have some horrible takes on topics that I don't know much about because I felt confident that I had a based take. Saying Nethergames is a Hypixel copy is objectively true, but it doesn't solve anything. In fact, the same people that say Nethergames is bad because it's a copycat probably play Zeqa on a regular basis. Nobody's arguing Zeqa is a bad server for copying all of Java's dual game modes. And for the record, I'm not saying that we should. I'm just giving an example of how hypocritical some people are. If you want to know what Nethergames struggles the most with, just play it for longer than a couple of hours. The issues aren't hard to see. Saying that you don't play the server because of your confusing copyright standpoint isn't valid. Looking deeper is what I recommend everybody to do. I can say that because I, more than most, have had flat opinions that lacked any substance. The truth is that whoever doesn't like Nethergames without having tried it will never try it. And if Nethergames does try and dramatically change, then nobody that is playing it right now will keep playing it. Obviously, I don't want to make the case that change is impossible. It definitely is. But for change to happen, the people that play the server and those that don't need to support and give ideas to the people in charge. It's possible, but it's not if everybody just keeps saying it's a copycat server and that it should become more like Hive, Galaxide, or CubeCraft. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good day. Hello, hi, how's it going? If you want to watch some more videos on my channel, click on why Nethergames is dying, because you desperately want that information. Also subscribe to subscribe and like to like if you want to see more videos like this. Also become a channel member if you want to see these videos early, because that's something very cool.